Notice that Freddie Roach is speaking English to Manny Pacquiao between rounds, and Pacquiao increasingly fluent in English, able to understand him, so we're not hearing from interpreter Ernie Kalua for the moment. CompuBox numbers in 2. Pacquiao, great round, 31 out of 66. Lucero, virtually non-existent, 4 out of 42. Pacquiao landing nearly 60% of his power shots through the first 2 rounds. And there's more accurate punching from Manny Pacquiao against a pretty tough target to find. Finally, Lucero gets in a counter left.
Even if Lucero lands a punch, it may look impressive the way he swings. I don't think it's going to hurt Pacquiao because you can see it coming. Punches that you see coming don't hurt you. The punches that you don't see that hurt you.
Now, you can tell when Pacquiao's supremely confident. He fights with a little smile on his face, and he's been grinning through most of the first 2 rounds here, feeling as though he's in control against Emmanuel Lucero. And after that punch, he is totally in control, and the referee instantly stops the fight.
He was out on his feet with a punch that landed right on the point of the jaw.
Jose Cobian taking in LA. You can see there's the left hand that starts to Lucero standing up.
He never saw the punch coming. He was too low to even see it coming. He thought he was probably out of danger by getting that low.
Gives you a pretty good idea as to how heavy are Manny Pacquiao's hands.
Yes, and it's good focus and concentration too.
And en route to the ring to score that knockout, Viloria gave a hug to the fighter he fought in his last fight here in Staples Center, a Mexican fighter named Ruben Contreras. The story there was that after Viloria knocked out Contreras in the 6th round, Contreras suffered subdural bleeding and actually was taken to a hospital where he nearly died. Contreras has won the battle for his life. He's getting better, and Viloria dedicated his knockout tonight to his previous opponent.
That was very nice of him, too.
Also, Jim, Viloria, it turns out, something we didn't fully know, is an Hawaiian American, of course, but he is a 100% Filipino background, so that he can take advantage of all the Filipino fans who have come out for Pacquiao, and maybe that'll be part of his fan base as well.
CompuBox numbers through round 5. Pacquiao's landed 109 power shots. Velasquez has landed 68. Shows you what a dynamic offensive force Pacquiao is. Shows you that he leaves himself open defensively.
Yes, it does. But this is the perfect opponent for him in preparation for the fight with Morales, because even though he may get tired and he's having a rough contest, the slowness of the opponent, Velasquez, will always permit him to be able to get away.
There's an abrasion alongside the left eye of Velasquez. Testimony to those right hands he's been catching just like that.
Sizzling right hand inside by Pacquiao, who has zeroed in the last couple of rounds and seems to be getting more and more accurate with his power shots.
But I'm very impressed with his stamina and his condition, right, because he's thrown a lot of punches, I mean power punches, and still is punching with full power at this stage of the fight.
There's a creeping doubt in my mind, Emmanuel, as to whether Manny Pacquiao is really a 130-pound fighter.
No, I don't think so. I think his best weight is 126 pounds. And when you're fighting guys who are like Morales, who are coming in from 140, their natural weight, it can be a big factor late in the fight.
Perfect right hand by Pacquiao.
Right hook.
Stuns Velasquez. Pacquiao trying to finish it. Got 40 seconds to get it done. One of the most vicious finishers in the sport. Velasquez in big trouble now, trying to hold on.
Velasquez is doing something that's very smart. Clinch, even if you have to fall down with the opponent.
Pacquiao just missed a counter left hand that would have ended the fight. Good job of holding on by Velasquez. He's still staggering.
Velasquez is not only hurt, I think fatigue is a big factor now. There's no way I can see him going into the fight.
The increasing accuracy of Pacquiao's shots making a difference, and Velasquez goes to his knee as the round comes to a close. They're saying he did so before the bell, so it is a knockdown. And that's a stoppage.
Good call by the referee.
Something nobody else has done among the name opponents that he has fought in recent years. He is the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao does his part. And in typical Manny Pacquiao fashion, he wasn't going to take no for an answer on the knockout quest tonight.
I was very impressed tonight. Punching power, stamina, everything.
I was just about to come to the conclusion it was going to be very difficult for him to get that knockout tonight. And he stepped up the accuracy of his power shots and started landing them all right on the button.
And especially the right hook. You know, everyone was looking for the left hand. He landed the right hook, and that's what started most of the problems.
All right, let's take a look here. This is the first moment at which Velasquez was hurt. Look at the perfect right hook. As Velasquez was stepping in, Pacquiao picking his spot and nailing him with that right hook.
The punch that you don't see is the punch that always hurts you.
And then a barrage of straight left hands following that. And referee Lou Filippo watching closely to be certain that Velasquez was still throwing, still defending himself. When Velasquez went down, Filippo gave him the count and realized that the Mexican fighter had had enough of Pacquiao's constant storm of power punches.
I'm looking very much forward to his fight with Morales.
You are. So Manny Pacquiao's luster grows again. And referee, I keep saying Lou Filippo, that's Lou Moret. Let me correct that. We got two Lou's here in Gal. All right, let's take a look here. This is the first moment at which Velasquez was hurt. Look at the perfect right hook. As Velasquez was stepping in, Pacquiao picking his spot and nailing him with that right hook.
The punch that you don't see is the punch that always hurts you.
And then a barrage of straight left hands following that. And referee Lou Filippo watching closely to be certain that Velasquez was...
Первый раунд. Тяжелые кулаки у Manny. И Маркес бьет тоже здорово. Пакьяо левша, но это левша, который, в общем, не очень заботится о том, чтобы реализовать свои преимущества. Его задача просто выйти на ударную позицию и провести комбинацию или удар. До сих пор все гадают, как же так получилось, что Баррера оказался в некоторых эпизодах просто катастрофически беспомощным против Пакьяо. Великий Марко Антонио Баррера, автор многих сенсаций на ринге. Человек, который убрал Насима Хамеда с мировой арены. Может быть, Баррера был просто уставшим. Ведь очень много боев провел Марко Антонио Баррера. О, вот это Manny. Это тот самый Manny, который наказал Барреру. Хлесткий, жесточайший удар слева. Четыре удара уже пропустил слева Маркес. Фантастическое начало боя. Это не кто-нибудь. Это Хуан Мануэль Маркес. Чемпион мира по двум версиям. Дважды в первом раунде оказался на полу. Вот это уже безобразие. Вот за это Роя Джонса дисквалифицировали. За удар по поверженному противнику, который находился на полу. Маркес, заметьте, не просто даже не пытается перекрыться или связать, или пойти в клинч. Он идет на обострение. Видно, амбиции берут вверх. Выстоит. А противники уже настолько друг друга поняли, что, в общем, приходится искать какие-то сюрпризы. Вот единственное, что не поздно ли. врасплох застал сейчас Маркес противника. Вот сейчас в силу вступает такой важнейший фактор в бою, как дисциплина боксера. Сможет он выполнить то, что ему советует секундант, или нет? Все сколько-нибудь серьезные удары, которые пропустил Мэнни Пакьяо в этом бою, это были удары Маркеса справа. И прав Роуч, конечно, что когда атакует левша слева, он блокирует сильную руку противника. Дальше можно продолжать. Но Мэнни уже, видно, не может себя преодолеть, изменить. Минута осталась у него для того, чтобы провести удар. Быстро бьет, но пока не точно. Последние секунды финального раунда. Все, что нужно Мэнни Пакьяо, это чистое попадание. Даже не нокдаун. Но поскольку по предсказуемой траектории его удары летят, Хуан Мануэль Маркес выстоял, не позволил себя ударить. И каждый уверен, что выиграл этот бой.
Manny, Marcus Antonio.
Company with Larry Merchant and Emmanuel Stewart.
I want to have a good, clean fight for that Olympia. Y bueno suerte. Good luck. Touch him up.
Barrera says that he sees in Pacquiao his own younger, hungry warrior self. Can he hold off Pacquiao with his skill, or is he going to be forced into a toe-to-toe battle?
And you see the graphic that presages first round action. 9 first-round knockouts for Pacquiao, 6 for Barrera. Incidentally, 10,127 in the Alamo Dome for this fight. That's 3 fewer than the 10,130 who saw the promoter Oscar De La Hoya knock out David Kamau June of 1997. Pacquiao reaching with the left hand. Barrera reaches out and goes to the body with both hands.
Jim, I'd like to point out that
Lawrence Cole. Lawrence Cole's going to call that a knockdown as he motions Barrera to a neutral corner and applies the count. And already Barrera has knocked Pacquiao down. And Pacquiao saying, why? Why'd you call that a knockdown?
I'm not sure that Cole saw that punch land, and I'm not sure that a punch did land.
We'll have to take a look at a replay to see exactly what happened. I didn't see a heavy punch land. It looked as much like a slip as anything else.
surprisingly, but Barrera is much more aggressive than I expected. Normally when he fights southpaws, he's more of a conservative, laid-back counterpuncher.
Hard left hand to the body by Pacquiao. Barrera seems to have come in here with the idea of fighting fire with fire, Manny.
Yes, he's changing. He's making Pacquiao back, something that Pacquiao was not prepared for.
Barrera takes a couple of hard punches right up the middle as Pacquiao lands a 1-2. Marcos seems to want to counter the body when Pacquiao goes upstairs. So Pacquiao comes downstairs and goes to the body to set up the left hand upstairs through the guard.
3 of Barrera's last 5 fights have been with southpaws, which means he should be very comfortable in this fight fighting a southpaw.
Well, he's a great technician with brilliant footwork, but already you see that Pacquiao has a reach advantage. Barrera can't seem to counter back accurately when Pacquiao lands over the top. Now Barrera goes with the body, the left hooks. Pacquiao coming upstairs with a left uppercut. Great action in the first round as Pacquiao tries to establish a statement after the knockdown ruling by Lawrence Cole. Hard right hand to the body by Pacquiao. Barrera with a little left hand counter upstairs. Barrera short with a jab. Pacquiao lands his jab. Reach advantage for the Filipino fighter. Barrera seeming to try to step forward and dial the jab in. Staring at Pacquiao's chest. Left hand counter by Barrera. Now he lands the jab. He's closed the distance between the two of them, Emmanuel.
Yes, I'm looking for Pacquiao is trying to find a way to get his straight left hand through the center, but he cannot seem to find a target with Barrera.
When we go to the corners, in Pacquiao's corner, where they might speak Tagalog, our interpreter is Ernie Kalua. In Barrera's corner, where they will speak Spanish, our interpreter is Ray Torres. Good left hand to the body and a left down by CompuBox count. Manny Pacquiao threw 100 punches and landed 31 out of 63 power shots. So he used a lot of energy in that round, Emmanuel.
And I thought that Barrera was having real trouble dealing with that straight left hand.
And with Pacquiao's hand speed.
Well, I think the speed and the rhythm that Pacquiao is using now is beginning to bother Barrera a little bit.
Barrera with a little swelling around the left eye. Perhaps the product of Pacquiao's long right jab. Hard left hand. Straight on the button by Pacquiao. Down goes Barrera. He's been knocked down 3 times in his career.
There was that
Never this early in a fight.
There was that left hand again. He doesn't see it coming, or he just can't cope with its speed.
Well, Pacquiao's got a little rhythm. He doesn't just come straight in. He goes a little kind of semi Mike Tyson, in and out, side to side, and then he shoots his right hand straight through the center.
There are probably some in this arena who didn't really know who Manny Pacquiao was or what his chances might be against Marco Antonio Barrera. Now they know as Pacquiao tries to go ahead and finish Barrera right here in the 3rd round. And he's getting reckless, and Barrera takes advantage. What a fight.
Is Barrera prepared to fight this kind of fight at this stage of his career?
He hadn't had one since February 2000. Not like this. Pacquiao is strafing Barrera with left hands. Marco's hanging in now. He's tasted the power, but Manny's having another big round.
He has a great round. I don't know if Barrera's going to survive it, but if he does can survive this round and Pacquiao runs out of gas a few rounds later, Pacquiao's going to be in trouble. But at this stage right here, everything is great for Pacquiao at this stage right here.
Pacquiao coming right through the right hand counter. Landed another big left hand. A wobbly Barrera trying to fend him off. That's the most desperate look I've ever seen on Marco Antonio's face.
And Barrera's always been the most vulnerable when he shoots his jab, because he jabs and he pushes it out and leaves a gap straight through the center to get hit with a straight left.
If there's a weakness in Manny Pacquiao's arsenal, it's a tendency to become over-aggressive when he has his man on the defensive. Both of his losses early in his career, knockout losses against lesser fighters who caught him when he was going after them.
He's starting to slow down right now, but Barrera's still looking so slow and lethargic. He's not able to even take advantage of the reduction in speed that Pacquiao is showing.
If it weren't for Cole's knockdown ruling in the first round, Barrera may have been down 3 rounds to none at this point, and with a knockdown point for Pacquiao.
Here you hear Pacquiao's putting together punches right now. Not necessarily a hard punch, just a fuselage of punches coming from all angles. And that's what you should do when you have a fighter tired like this.
Right, and
that's exactly what I thought it was.
Threw 100 punches in the first round. and he's still at that high level. That is another definition of youth.
Well, he landed 33 power punches by CompuBox count in the 9th round. That's his biggest output of the fight so far. Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim. 8 rounds to 1, 88-80, Manny Pacquiao. Just too aggressive, landed too many shots, and that's all there is to it. Just one quick point. In round 7, Lawrence Cole asked the referee after the headbutt. He asked the doctor, can Marco Antonio Barrera continue? The reason for that is if the doctor said he can continue, he has to continue or he loses by TKO.
More and more, it looks as though Barrera is doomed to just play out the string here.
Yeah, he's just trying to go to distance. Seems like the desire to win or to pull a fight out no longer is in his mind anymore.
Certainly doesn't show here in the 10th round.
No, it doesn't show it. He's retreating. He's doing enough to just get by. It seems like he's just about to push his mouthpiece out at times.
Looks like he wants the dubious honor of finishing the fight. Or maybe he wants to see if Pacquiao can somehow slow down in the last 2 rounds. Manny has never fought past the 10th.
I don't know if there's a rematch clause in their contract, but off of this, I'm not sure that even if there is, that Barrera would want to fight this little tiger again.
Well, what you have is Manny Pacquiao annihilating a guy who was universally ranked coming in as one of the 5 or 6 best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport.
Larry, that's a good question, but I asked Oscar that at the fighters meeting yesterday because I was picturing, because I had a good feeling that what is happening was going to happen tonight, and Oscar did say he did have a rematch clause. But I agree with you. I don't know if Barrera wants to fight him again.
I'm not sure. What would the strategy for the rematch be?
Don't do me any favors like that.
The only possible strategy for the rematch is poison his food.
I don't see anything would be any difference if they ever fought a rematch.
Think we're going to get to go to Manila, guys?
Well, I tell you what, as big as he is down there, and after this performance tonight, whatever he demands, we're going to have to consider it to some degree.
Superstar in the making. Manny Pacquiao with a sensational performance so far. Assaulting Marco Antonio Barrera, mugging him, and about to leave him in the gutter.
Believes that Barrera is ready to be taken out. He's urging Pacquiao to go for it. He doesn't want to leave anything to chance here in San Antonio.
And what I like about this fight, Pacquiao is fighting with the same spirit and determination. He's not coasting. He's not lighting it up like a lot of the fighters have been recently, which has permitted him to be victim of these so-called bad decisions. He's fighting with the same intensity and determination that he fought with in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, I think if Marco Antonio Barrera is going to make it to the finish line, he's going to have to eat a lot of left hands to do it.
Whenever you fight a good fighter, a great fighter, such as a Muhammad Ali, or Evander Holyfield, even a Roy Jones, you have to be prepared for late in the fight that once these guys realize that they're losing, they usually make that desperate move. And you're going to have to keep fighting them back when they make that move. If you slow down, you'll lose the fight off them. That's why those guys win a lot of close, controversial decisions, because they finish up strong.
You have to wonder now whether the rematch third fight with Eric Morales will ever happen for Barrera.
Right now, it's very hard to see Barrera in any major fight right now after the show.
Yeah, man, he's taking a tremendous beating. In fact, my question is, as great as Barrera is, should his corner keep sending him out to take this kind of punishment?
That's a good question. It's not about winning.
I don't know that his pride would permit him not to go to the end.
I can't imagine that it would, but he's going to pay a heavy price in these last 2 rounds unless something changes.
And in addition to the straight left, Pacquiao is now being very effective with that right jab coming right over the shoulder, more like a right cross, really.
Well, and you heard Freddie Roach saying if you can land a right hook and follow it with the left, you're going to knock him out. So Pacquiao is looking for that right hook opportunity. And Barrera's just eating leather.
This is a fight that will shake up the boxing world.
Sure will.
Barrera is one of
the highest regarded fighters in the world.
He's an icon.
Been one of the most entertaining fighters in the world. One of the most complete fighters in the world.
One of the most knocked down fighters in the world right at this moment. Second official knockdown of the fight for Pacquiao. He's right on top of Pereira.
Pacquiao was right there as soon as the referee.
He looked like
moved out of the way.
Dipsy against Jess Willard.
Yeah, well, I think Barrera almost went down from exhaustion.
Yes,
in that occasion.
But officially
I
should have
agree.
been a knockdown.
But he's taken a lot of left hands. I wouldn't send him out for the 12th round, Manny.
No.
I don't care how proud he is. There's no way a great fighter should have to go through 3 more minutes of this.
No, because Pacquiao is not backing off. If you're the guy that was
He's
holding
getting
up
hurt.
to the
Here comes Barrera's corner. Barrera's corner man is up on the apron. He's going to step into the ring. That's a good decision. Finally. They could have done that 2 rounds ago.
A great finish by Pacquiao. A valiant effort.
Upon a time, Pacquiao only had the left stuff. He's got the right stuff behind it now.
That was one of the big changes between fight 1 and fight 2. CompuBox numbers in round 1. Pacquiao 15 out of 41. Morales 10 out of 41. Pacquiao with a 10-5 edge in Power Connects. You saw that Judge Harold Letterman, our unofficial scorer, gave the first round to Manny. Pacquiao crowd chanting Manny, Manny, Manny. Morales, who landed some good right hands in the first fight, tried to drive Pacquiao back with right hands there, but Manny comes back with a torrent of punches from his own. Packed house, and of course you have ardent, spirited Mexican and Mexican-American Morales rooters sitting next to and among ardent, spirited Filipino and Filipino-American rooters for Pacquiao.
And what's interesting, a lot of the Mexican fans like Pacquiao themselves too because of his style of fight and being so aggressive.
And because of the Spanish-speaking tradition of the Filipino archipelago. Or the Philippine archipelago. Another body shot by Pacquiao. When they get close to the ropes and Morales throws his right hand, you can see why Freddie Roach asks his fighter to stay away from the ropes and in the center of the ring. Good jab by Morales. Sweeping right hand partially blocked. Now Pacquiao lands a right and a left. And another right hook. And a left hand over the top. The sheer aggression of Manny Pacquiao. Difficult for every opponent.
He looks so strong and so sturdy as compared to Morales. Even though Morales is landing, he seems to be still uncoordinated as compared to...
Down goes Morales on a Pacquiao right hand.
Left.
And Morales thought that he had Pacquiao in trouble.
He got overexcited, overextended himself, and left himself open.
I just don't think he has the strength or the stamina to hold over Pacquiao.
That was the 4th time in his career that Eric Morales has been knocked down. 2 of them were in the last fight against Pacquiao, and they led ultimately to the end of the fight. The first knockdown of Morales' career was a glove-touching brush with the canvas against Marco Antonio Barrera in the 12th round of their first fight. So he's never exactly been thunderously put on his back, but he goes down easier against Pacquiao than against anybody else he's ever fought.
That's because of how quick Pacquiao's fists are, and he doesn't see the punches coming, Jim.
Pacquiao again landing his straight left hand. Morales chases him and lands a right. They trade punches at the rope. And when they trade punches, Morales takes a gamble with Pacquiao's strength and power. Fighting back after he had been down in
Always
the
wants
round.
to get the last punch. The great fights with Barrera was attributed to that attitude of his of wanting to have the last punch.
Letting his hands go, Eric Morales threw 80 punches in the second round, but Manny Pacquiao throwing only 55, landed 24, 3 more than Morales. So Pacquiao a little more precise, and you won't often say that. Normally he's just throwing because he is a noisy storm in the ring.
Pacquiao is fighting a much more intelligent fight now than he did earlier, about 4 or 5 years ago. I think hearing Freddie Roach worked a lot. His jab is a lot better. Even right till he tried to counter with a jab after blocking a jab.
Pacquiao landed a right hand upstairs. Eric Morales got to his body with the right hand. Pacquiao much more focused on landing his jab in this fight than was the case in the first 2 fights. Solid left hand, backs Morales up, crowd loves it. And unlike some punchers, Manny does have head movement.
Yeah, those is almost really missing of a little Aaron Proud where he punched to the body and then comes up on top.
Eric Morales, not afraid to fight with one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport.
Eric Morales likes to get that last punch in.
He has the kind of will that allows some men walk over hot coals.
The right hook, the punch that...
Hard right hand, stun Morales. Pacquiao's all over him. Thinks he's got a chance. Morales slightly staggered after that last left hand. And down he goes. Solid left hand shot by Pacquiao, who did not like Morales saying that he didn't hurt him with punches in the second fight. Pacquiao was insulted by that. Yeah. He said, okay, I'll hurt him this time.
But he's a fighter. He's going to fight still. He's not going to try to run.
What is the referee doing? Why is he holding the fight?
He's forcing him to go back to the neutral corner.
Oh, what a solid left hand by Pacquiao. It's hard to imagine how Morales can last long against this.
Well, until he goes out, he's going to be fighting all the way down. He's not going to back up.
What guts by Morales! He strafes Pacquiao with right hands, even while on unsteady feet.
And he is hurt.
And he holds on for one of the first times in his career. 30 seconds to go. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he wants to finish Morales right here. And the brave heart of Morales holds up, but his legs go again. Third knockdown of the fight by Pacquiao against Morales.
He doesn't want to get up.
Morales shakes his head as if to say, I want no more. That is that. Dick Dracula stops the fight. Manny Pacquiao has the knockout.
He looked into the corner.